Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients. We're a Dota 2 podcast. I'm your host Cyphus. I'm sitting here with my co-host Roland.
Hello!
Papa Roland.
Yeah,
Father Roland.
officially.
Maybe.
Think when it's born, I become a father, yes.
Yeah.
It's not Nid either, it's a boy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I got scolded for referencing your baby as an it by Rin.
Still act. I mean, gender roles in a baby aren't that big of a deal. Let's be honest. Like, the thing's hungry or it's not.
Yeah, it operates the same whether it's male or female.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really care, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So, which is cool because I don't really care. Like, whatever you want to be, man. You know what I mean?
It was a good time. I enjoyed being on Proudland, I will say.
I didn't listen to it, to
fine.
be honest with you.
I tried to come to your defense over a part of the recording that completely got fucked up that I can't go back and fix.
Well, let's talk about it for a second. What'd you come to my defense on? What was brought up?
Well, I was staving it off at the pass because I suspect, because I was thinking about all right, you one of the things you had said to me was you were worried that people would give you shit or wouldn't think that your climb to whatever MMR you get was legit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to think, and so I asked Proud a couple of questions. And the first one I asked him was, how much does he think the 10 games he played with you, because I identified that as a source where people would come in and go, oh, that's why his MMR is so high. Proud played 10 games with him. I asked him what he thought those 10 games would have impact-wise on your MMR estimation. And he said that you were playing high skill before and you were playing high skill after, and he didn't think that it would. It was 10 games out of over 100 at that point.
Like 150.
So he
140.
He didn't think it would be that bad. He pointed out that you guys lost a few of those games as well.
Mm-hmm. We lost. We have 80 or 70. Wish there was a fact checker % win rate.
I'm not gonna.
I know we lost a game that I was playing Spirit Breaker where I was like, I go off lane and I hit people and then I go in fog and I charge people.
Yeah, we got into that on Tuesday and how that's not an appropriate off lane. But I told him, that's...
I still totally see, even in high skill, okay, so I'm going to talk about Proud for a second, okay?
Oh, no.
Because...
He defended you. He was...
I know, and I'm going to defend him.
Oh, okay.
So Proud is like the dude I look up to for safe lane, right?
Sure,
he's the safe lane carry that I watch his replays. I listen to what he says as gospel, right? I take it and it's truth what he says about the safe lane. And not even for the most part, absolutely having 2 range creeps sucks. And I remember him saying that and being like, it's no big deal, you can still last hit. And no, it makes it way harder if you have 2 range creeps, and a bunch of just little tidbits that just made safe laning easier. Other heroes, on the other hand, I was overcharging last night, which is Io's E, which takes health and mana away from Io, such that he can heal, give mana and health to Proud. Proud's like, stop, I only need mana. And I was like, dude, I can't pick and choose. It's both. And he's like, no, it's not. And just in his authoritative, I'm right, you're wrong way. No, it's not.
Did you ever get to the bottom of what he thought was?
Well, with Spirit Breaker, it was...
No. I mean with the IO. Because I suspect...
Well, eventually it was just like, oh, you're right. And then it was moving on.
Okay. Oh, okay. So he was... Okay.
He was wrong,
well,
yeah.
I wondered if maybe what he meant was
No, he needed mana, not health. He was playing Bristleback. I was playing Io. And I'm hitting Overcharge, and I'm losing health as I'm losing mana, and I need to pop a Mango. Because he needs to get filled up with mana, and I'm going to pop a Mango. But I have to get down to pretty low health to get my mana to use that whole Mango. And he's like, what are you doing? Stop. And I was like, you said you wanted mana.
You weren't out of mana yet?
No, I had full mana, full health.
Okay.
So you have to press
E. No. I was curious what your mana situation was.
And it just made me realize that Proud hasn't played every hero like I I even had that baseline understanding of Io. But the Spirit Breaker thing, as far as Spirit Breaker being this support that always buys Tranquil Boots or anything like that, I'm not going to go ahead and say he's right. I'm not going to say he's wrong either. I'm going to say it's situational. I see Spirit Breakers all the time wreck me, and I see in standard guides all the time that he builds treads. He's a strength hero. He benefits from treads. He benefits from attack speed. Greater Bash is good with attack speed.
Yeah.
That he can get gold to afford treads. Tranquils, on the other hand, yeah, they're a good alternative. Fuck. Mana Boots on Spirit Breaker might be good. I don't know. But for the most part, Spirit Breaker goes solo offlane sometimes to get level 6, and he gets treads. And that's in my defense. So when I bought fucking carry or offlane regen, and then he picks a Weaver because he's a core player, and God forbid he supports.
I do love the idea of the Spirit Breaker Tranquils, though.
But I didn't know that I was supporting that game. That in
no. I like
He-
the idea of Spirit Breaker Tranquils.
Me too. I did too.
Even if you were to play a more core like Spirit Breaker, because
it worked out. I thought it was still a fun game.
It almost makes the offlane Spirit Breaker a little bit better, because if you do get those Tranquils relatively quick, you have that. I mean, it's.
But here's the thing with Spirit Breaker. Like, think about it. You charge in, you gank a guy, you kill him and you live, or he dies and you die, or you just die. I think in all three situations, you go back to Fountain.
No, but that's what Tranquils would allow you to not do. And the speed,
you have a huge health pool though.
Even when Tranquils are
a strength gain.
Even when. Yeah, but you also get armor from the Tranquils to, you know.
You get, I mean, you get
that a little bit.
Throw them on Agi and you get the same amount of armor almost.
But my point being, armor's good on strength heroes. You know, armor's good on heroes with high HP that end up having high
He would
HP.
hate to say that, because I was like, Alchemist jungle, that's a strength hero. And he's like, what, you don't jungle strength heroes? And I was like, not Alchemist.
But so the other little bit I want to add with the Tranquils that we got into a little bit on the last Tuesday show, it was something I didn't realize when they're not active, right? Because obviously everybody knows you get a speed boost whenever they're active, when you haven't been hit for 13 seconds. But even when you have been hit, you're still faster. You're still 10 movement speed faster with those Tranquils than you are with treads.
Sure.
Which on Spirit Breaker equates to extra damage.
Yeah. But I like treads. All I'm gonna say is that was a game where Proud
getting more.
Proud was last pick, and he didn't want to pick a support that we needed. He wanted to pick Weaver. That's not what I think it was. All right, I was fucking there.
Okay.
We needed a support. We didn't need a goddamn Weaver, and so I'm playing a 5 Spirit Breaker. Okay, if you define a 4 is generally a movement, generally has crowd control, generally does all that. That's
a 4
Spirit
just
Breaker.
farms more than a 5.
A 4 usually has some specific traits. I mean,
or a very specific purpose. Sure.
Yeah, it's specific purpose.
You would think of Spirit Breaker as a 4,
not
a 5.
a 5.
Yeah.
And playing him as a 5 blows, regardless.
Yeah, sure.
And him picking Weaver and sharing offlane with me and saying now that I'm a support. Basically, I just kept getting demoted, dude. I just demoted because numbers are bigger than mine. I'm so sick of that, dude. I'm so sick of that. But no, he's a great Weaver. He's great at farming heroes. Although Weaver isn't great at farming that hero, but to bring all this back to the point, Proud is really good at safe lane. Proud is really good in mid.
Well, now I'm going to tell you the other things I asked the man who you've just spent a good 10 minutes denigrating here on the show.
Don't say denigrate. I'm just saying he's really, really good at the heroes he plays. And his game knowledge is really good as far as like how to react to situations. Just because he didn't know the overcharge, like I'm not hanging him up to dry because he didn't know that I have to lose health and
I don't know. It sure sounds like.
I just was surprised.
Praising Proud very quickly turned into listing all of your grievances with him.
I'm just mad right now at the whole world.
So then I asked him what his assessment of your skill was, his personal assessment, and he spoke very highly of your capability in a Dota game.
I paid
nothing
him.
but nice things to say.
Paid him to do that.
Yeah.
So. What specifically? I'd kind of like to know. Like, what did the note say?
I can't remember the specifics, but high mechanical skill, good farm, took instructions. Took instructions. Took instructions. He said something. The comparison he made was he was getting mad at you for the exact same things and the exact same reasons he gets mad at Faf and Flub. Mm-hmm. Basically, equating you.
But I never argue with him
near their skill level.
I never, ever, ever would argue with Proud, just because one, arguing in game is never going to get you anywhere with anybody. So that's one reason to just never argue with anybody, let alone Proud. And two, honestly, I have no reason not to listen to him. I've never been led astray. There's never been a situation. Okay, I'm going to give a perfect example of a replay that I watched where in the moment I was mad, but I listened to Proud and I thought he was wrong, but I still listened to him. And I'm anti-mage. I just got 6, maybe on level 7. I pick up bottom rune. I'm Radiant safe lane. Proud's mid. He's up against an invoker. I click on the invoker. The invoker has almost no mana. I'm thinking, okay, it's an invis rune. I grab it and I head mid to kill the invoker. And the invoker is now behind the tier 1. And I most certainly would have died, but the invoker might have died. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I would have mana break the invoker and then either killed him or chased him down and blunk into him and maybe killed him and died myself.
Yeah.
The trade was not worth it, regardless. And there was a very high likelihood that I just died and the invoker lived, and it was just a terrible train wreck of a situation.
And that's assuming nobody was in the area and could rotate in on you.
That's assuming. And then watching the replay, there were people in the area.
Yeah, okay.
I most certainly would have died. I most certainly wouldn't have killed invoker. All of this, and he's like, "What the fuck? Go farm." And in the moment, I'm just like, dude, like I had a very specific purpose. I have an invis rune. I have mana break. I just got it. I want to use it on that invoker. He has a lot of mana, and invoker has a lot of mana, but maybe the invoker was level 8, and maybe he had 25% mana. I mean, we're not talking. I'm only doing 0.9 per missing. 0.9 damage per missing
Regardless,
mana.
his pool's smaller than it will be for a long, long time.
It probably wasn't enough to kill him. And I think I could go back and do the math. But I went back to safe lane and just lived and farmed. and just
lived to fight another day.
Yeah, and just was like, okay. And thought about it for about 10 seconds on how great it would have been if I killed Invoker. And then was like, well, I'm getting last hits here. So, and yeah, it was good game knowledge because Proud had to leave the lane for a second. He had to go back and get regen, and I thought I saw my opening, and it wasn't an opening at all. It was, matter of fact, it wasn't an intended trap. It was like a discovered trap. If I would have gone on it, so
they would have been like, "Holy shit, this guy wants to die."
Yeah, and it was just one of those instant, like those from me doing it so many times, doing those stupid dives so many times where like bad habits die hard, right? And I needed somebody to say, the fuck are you doing? It's just, and that's it. He didn't like, okay, listen, you're not going to kill him. He didn't like try and explain the situation to me, but the situation was explained in like 3 short words. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Or 5 short words. And I was like, I was going to kill the invoker. And he's like, no, farm. And I was like, okay. And that's all I was just like, okay, like, not going to argue with you. And, and I, of course, had to do my own investigative journalism after to see. And he's absolutely right. Yeah. Like, and I was looking at myself and I missed the wave even walking there. And I was like, what? And he's like, I can't think of a hero that an Invis rune is worse on than Anti-Mage. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're absolutely fucking right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is literally a means to an end. And a means to a not even that like cool of an end, So yeah. I don't know. He's definitely, that's what I mean by his overall game knowledge. Like maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he can't land sick hooks on Pudge. Maybe he can. I've never seen it. Maybe he doesn't know exactly how IO works. IO's a weird guy. But he knows how I need to position myself as IO. He knows where I need to go.
IOs,
yeah, he knows to feed me a mango if he wants mana, not to feed it to himself.
This has always been my argument for like why it was okay to learn a range of heroes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that was always my whole deal was, you're right. Like anytime I pick up a new hero, I probably learn at least a new thing about a minor passive maybe that they have, or another,
or like a weird little thing, like natural order on Elder Titan that you don't see, you don't hear, but you feel. It's kind of like God, dude. Yeah. It's like it's there.
Yeah,
it's fucking there.
Or Omni's degen aura.
Yeah,
or there are little things, or there are just little things like that, and auras are definitely amongst them, and passives are probably highest amongst those. It's active abilities, obviously, yes, that you learn the most about. Mm-hmm. But you still pick up all that stuff playing it, or you pick up the pertinent things. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And yeah, playing with Proud has been a huge help for me. I'll say that it has made my support play not incredible, but incredible in comparison to where it was. I know where to position my hero. And I'm not going to be like, it's always by this tree because it's so situational. Like now I know, okay, if I'm going to pull any creep to attack me to harass the offlane or to harass anybody, I'm not in the right spot to harass.
Right.
There's no time. And I'll tell you, as playing Sven, Wraith King, Anti-Mage, fucking any of my safe lane carries, Morphling, when the supports stand next to me and attack the offlane, whoever the fuck, and the creeps go all scawampus everywhere.
It's obnoxious. It makes last hitting harder.
I miss at least one.
And it pushes the wave.
The pushing the wave thing.
Is,
here, it's true because they aren't attacking your creeps.
Right.
Your creeps are attacking their creeps.
And it's important. The wave positioning is something that you probably only truly appreciate
as a safe lane.
As a safe lane carry.
And you know, it's tough, and I need the range to be in their range and my range to be in a very specific spot. I need to be able to watch them, like I said, and that's my own thing that I've been doing. That's just helped my last hitting by probably 5 every 10 minutes. Is just watch the range creep. I don't know which one I'm going for. You're in that weird conundrum where there's 2 creeps that are low, and you're like, I don't know which one to hit. I know I need to hit them both, and then my next 2 hits immediately, which one's first. But when there's that goddamn shadow shaman that is eating up all of his shitty regen because he's standing right next to me, and he just is throwing his Q and has no mana to shackle when the time is right.
Yeah.
And then pinging me to throw a stun. I'm like, okay, no, fuck off. I'm not going to use my stun. That's reserved. That's my gun with 1 bullet in it, okay? And I'm not just going to shoot at a guy from 30 yards, okay? I'm going to make sure I shoot at the guy when he's 5 yards away. You know what I mean? Make sure I'm going to hit if I'm going to do it. Yeah. And I mean that more metaphorically. Obviously Sven's stun's always going to hit or something like that, but I'm going to make sure that's going to be like a damaging
make sure that
blow.
You're within range to hit, you know? Or
well,
that you're within
I
range
mean,
to...
I'm going to damage the motherfucker. I'm not just going to throw the stun like in a million Purge videos that you see where they just specters just throw spectral dagger just to do 10% damage on the hero. It's just not doing it. Yeah. And sorry, just not. So
you're 100%.
I wait until they're in a truly bad position, then I'll throw my stun. And then I like the support to react in kind. And guess what? When I'm a support, I don't lead unless I'm told to, or unless I see my opening. Okay,
you might if you were
I guess that's wrong. As a support, I probably would lead. You probably lead.
Yeah, you probably lead more often than not. You know,
but
you need that court.
But I do follow up 100% of the time. So if Sven throws a stun and I'm lying, I'm gonna wait a second and throw the follow up stun. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like out of mana. Sorry, I've been doing this the whole fucking time.
Well, and the point of good positioning with harassment is forcing those situations to be more feasible, right? Yeah. Or forcing the individual out of position. Mm-hmm. I don't think people think about the alternatives that you give people or the reason why positioning is so important, and that is, okay, if you're in the right position and you're not drawing that creep aggro, you are in a position where if your carry lunges at that person and you can disable or you can stop or you can add extra damage, that you can make the most of it because they have to run through you for so fucking long
and creeps
and within your range and potentially through creeps. Well, or they have to choose, or that off lane has to choose to be back out of farming range, unable to potentially even hopefully even get XP.
Yeah,
I mean there's a specific reason for being in that place. There's a specific reason for not having the wave equilibrium just get completely fucked. That you do have, that you probably only appreciate.
Well, you
truly
can,
as a
you
as
can
a
appreciate it as a support too when you see that things are going well and you know that your polling is good. I
mean you see it impact your farm. Like I feel like I see it. I not even just your farm, but also your early access to your power curve. Mm-hmm. Like getting, when you're playing a carry, I think you or at least for me, I've never felt power curves as strongly as I have when I played a carry.
It just depends
and
on who
feeling when you're on and being that because it's about being ahead, right?
I play super late. I play carries that come on later, so it just depends. Usually my power curve is 25 to 30 minutes. Sven 20 minutes. So it's like if I'm playing Sven, that's the earliest power curve that I have, and I want to have Blink, Echo, Treads by 20 minutes, right? So and that's probably it. And then with anti-mage, it's like I want to avoid everything for as long as I can, and then I'll fight.
But all the while getting ahead. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like that, the real end game, or where carries shine, is by being in the lead.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, fucking absolutely. I agree with what you're saying. I'm just trying to think about like feeling the power curve. I feel that more with mid than I do with safe lane. With mid is where I'm on Storm Spirit, and I know, okay, if I don't be super aggro now, I won't be able to be super aggro ever.
Yeah.
And that's,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just equating that end game power.
No, but there definitely is a power curve. Safe lane,
I
it just kind of comes last. Like supports, their power curve comes in first. I feel like offlane's going to be second.
Maybe the reason
third.
Maybe the reason I feel like I feel it so much with a carry is because I'm the final step in the power curve. You know.
Well, you're the final key to closing the game out. Also, just not dying is just so fucking important, and that'll make you feel like you're powerful if you don't die. I promise. I used to be very, very used to dying a lot, and I still.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I still die too much.
And decision making.
And bad decision making, and I still need to buy BKB more. That would be, if I had a checklist of the 3 things I'd want to work on, it's
just not a sexy item.
It's really not, and it's a slot on, and every hero I play, I'm generally low on slots. I don't know. And then BKB is just like, I hate it because I feel like every time I use it, it's a waste, even if it isn't. And then when you do waste it, you have that like BKB guilt where you're like, I just wasted my 8-second BKB.
Yeah.
And it's like, whatever, dude. Like, just move on and keep farming. It's all good. So I don't know. I'm loving Dota though. I'm playing all positions though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. So to get a little more specific,
we can get
carrying on with the Smurf.
So I got level 20 last night. This would be Saturday night because we're recording today on Sunday. You're listening to this on Monday. So, well, it was actually Sunday technically. So I played with Fafnir and Proud one game that we dominated so hard they rage quit like 7 minutes. Yeah, and it was very high skill. Then I played 2 more with Proud that were both very high skill wins. And then I got level 20. I went into my first game, and I have a wireless headset, and I just heard that like it had started, and it's like 10 seconds remaining. And that's to ban a hero, and I'm not even looking at my screen, and I'm just like, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. And it was 3150. Was the average of my very first game, which I was like, fuck. And I went 28-12 on Wraith King. And it's KAD is apparently during calibration a big deal. So it's KDA. Having a good kill death spread is good. So being 28/6, not a bad thing.
Yeah, sure.
Second game I played, it was 3250. I played Sven, I believe. Yes, I won. Next game 3350. I played anti-mage and lost. Hard. I had a Spirit Breaker and I want to say a Shadow Shaman in my lane the entire time, and all they were doing was moving creeps back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I didn't get the levels. I got the farm still. My farm was okay. But then we had a Kunkka that just kept saying GG, 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 GG. And honestly, it just crumbled the team. Like, I was like, slow down, just slow the game down. Of course, we had an Alchemist who he wanted the safe lane. And I was like, that's fine. Safe lane. And he's like, I'm going to safe lane Alchemist. And I was like, probably not, dude. Like, why don't you, are you dead set on Alchemist? And he's like, no, I'm going to play Storm Spirit. Then the other team picked Storm Spirit. And it's like, okay, 1 of 2 of his heroes have now been picked. So now he has to play Alchemist.
Yeah.
And it was painful, and we lost. And that game I did not have, I was probably like a 0.7 KDA. So I didn't even have a 1 KDA or anything. So, and from what I've read, it's less about winning in those calibration games and more about KDA. So I don't know. I've only played 3 as of now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Well, I really wanted to start.
So wait, what was the average on the last one?
3350. So it's been going up 100 with every win.
Okay.
It was 31, 32, 33.
So now I'm gonna ask you this: you're looking north of 3K? right? For sure.
Chances are, I've also heard it's plus or minus 250 on your first game.
But you're still looking north of 3K.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Will you be satisfied with that?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I've been playing very high skill. I've been playing against, I look at every single game. Every time it's not uncommon to play against somebody who's 4,500, 5,500, something like in that range. No, I'm absolutely not satisfied. Matter of fact, I'm fucking mad at myself for starting to calibrate. I wish I would have played more normal. And wish I would have just kept working on my normal,
as opposed to going in and trying to cheat your way there with the. Well, I
don't
use that in a
no. It was cheating. It wasn't. To get my levels quicker. I got a compendium to level 60, which I thought would get me to level 20, and I miscalculated. So I spent hundreds of dollars on a compendium that got me a Juggernaut set. Like that's all. It got me that golden Juggernaut set. But it maybe boosted me a level and a half. But at the end of the day, I still had to get to level 50 on my experience trophy. So it would have made it made no difference in the end buying that compendium. I still had to get level 50. Like I was level 19 with 90 TP, but still needed a 50 experience trophy because I was at level 49 by the time I was 19 with 90. So it was a big waste of money. I have so many sets on that. Every single set.
We should do a giveaway sometime.
I fucking hate the trade restrictions, dude.
Yeah, they are a bitch.
Because I found a final loophole that was going to get me to level 20 when I was at level 18 or something.
I don't think there is a loophole.
There is. You can buy the DAC. The Dota Asian compendium from 2014. We have the DAC. Yeah, well that gives you a whole level. And it's $11, and I go to buy it, and I can't buy anything off the market because I haven't had Steam Guard enabled for 15 days. But Proud has, and I've been friends with Proud on this Smurf for 30 days. So I say, Proud, will you buy it? And then Proud buys it, and he can't trade it to me because I haven't had Steam Guard up for 15 days. And so I just had to get to level 20 by playing roughly 140 games.
Yeah, but with the cheat that I was referencing was the
buying a battle pass.
No, in the bot matches.
Oh, yeah. The bot matches, they were the slowest way ever. I did probably play like 15, but those were more because I didn't know. Well, so it was half theory crafting with Proud because we're like, what duo is awesome? What duo can we win this game in under like 10 minutes? And then the other half was, I need to get up and go. This is a way for me to level up. And I can just abandon this shit if I have to, because it was getting really close to baby time.
Right.
And so it was just my way of making it was really small progress too. It took about 10 of those, maybe 15 of those to get one level. And they took the queue times on them were like 20 minutes. So it was a whole painful experience. Ugh. So, and it doesn't count toward your invisible MMR at all. So it was just a way to get levels, which maybe that probably accounted for one of my levels. So yeah, I just wish I would have kept playing because I'm playing in high skill now. My ranked calibration matches have been in high skill, but I was in very high skill, and I know I could have kept it. And if I would have played like 10 very high skill games and won, 6 or 7 of them, made it to the point where every time I was playing a normal game, I was getting very high skill, I definitely would be at least 500 to 600 higher. Because very high skill is 3,800. A baseline of 3,800, which means I probably could have accomplished 4K.
So you're not satisfied with it?
No, but I'm not gonna smurf again. I'm just gonna. I gave myself. I'm thinking I'll probably come out of this with 3K or higher. I mean, I don't know, maybe 32, maybe 33. I'm guessing probably 32, and then what? 800 MMR. I'm gonna make it to 4K for sure. I'm a 4K player. It's not it. You have to have that confidence.
Yeah, I completely agree. 100%. Yeah,
and for all the people out there that don't think I'm a 4K player, I'll make sure and screenshot it and send it to you when I hit that. I love playing solo. I love uniting people together. No, I know I don't.
No, you don't.
I love doing well in pubs though. And shining. And I don't know. It's just fucking. I saw that and was just like, oh, and stayed up all night and then just. Was like, well, if I'm a 3150, I guess I better stomp. Then stomped with Wraith King. It just didn't matter.
I'm sorry, bro. Well, you know.
I don't know. I guess I just had it in my mind that I would be a higher MMR, but Ursi's sitting there eating ice cream and just.
Not as easy as it looks as a kid.
And it's not as easy as it looks. I mean, I've killed myself over these last 140 games, and just a little.
That's all right. That's all right. I think I think that what you'll have accomplished here is probably inspiring a lot of people who listen to the show to do some smurfing.
Maybe.
I mean,
I'm sure in an alternate universe somewhere. I mean, I'm talking shit on like all sorts of people.
Yeah.
And mad at the world and mad at individuals. There's definitely an alternate universe that exists out there that is being said. But you know, all I'm saying is if you feel like you've been in 2K forever, and I don't know, I guess I'm a little weird though because I was just playing solo ranked all the time.
Yeah.
Even then. And wasn't seeing really much of anything. And with my Smurf, I just wanted 2,500.
Right, but you were also seeing, and you hit 2,500. But you saw a decline, and it was always, you know, what changed really was, I mean, despite whatever, you know, we've talked about a lot of outside factors that you think like influenced, you know, why you sat at 2K and why, you know, whatever. But I think two things changed it. I think your focus on Proudland, and because and I'll admit, like that might be from a beginning player's viewpoint, which I still consider myself like a beginning player in a lot of ways. Dota.
I mean, so am I. I'm below average.
But that show probably delves into the core of the game, the fundamentals that you need to be comprehending or thinking about more than any of the Dota shows on this network do.
I do spend, I mean, and I'm going to say this once to my credit, I spend probably 4 to 6 hours every week just on that show, not recording it, let alone the 2 hours of recording time. So probably like 8 hours a week just to try and bring up an interesting topic. I wish I would have known or wish somebody would have talked about.
Well, and Proud certainly, you know, adds to that as well. Like,
my job is just to get him to talk.
No, right. No, but my point being, like, I'll do credit to him in his ability to respond and shape those discussions.
He's good.
Because,
I know.
So the long story short, like the only thing that I came to the table with on Friday, and admittedly, like we were scrambling and figuring out what to do on Friday. And I could have given
so
it way
was
more.
I, my friend.
Yeah. I could have given it way more thought than I did, but the only thing I really came to the table with initially was I was thinking about like items like Bracer, you know, that sometimes get built on heroes, and I was like, what if we talk about like items that kind of go in between there and when to build those? And Prob was like, well, yeah, that's going to kind of be part of the overall topic that we're really going to hit. And that is, and he had this, this discussion that if, I'll plug it again and go back and listen to it. But, and apologies for the fuck up on the
You
audio
were on like
4
4 out of 5 last week, huh?
Yeah.
You were on Monday, Tuesday,
if you weren't
Thursday,
sick of
Friday.
me at the start of the week, you were by the end.
You were on 4 out of 5. Wow.
It was an intensive amount of recording.
And then you Let There Be Geeks.
I was on the last Monday. I took this Monday off from Geeks.
Oh, okay.
I just had Destin host it. It was good.
I'm sure it was good. Excuse me, sorry.
But he got into the builds, and from a beginning player standpoint, thinking about what your priorities needed to be and what items fulfilled those priorities and what skills fulfilled those priorities, and even just getting into the nature of, okay, well, the reason I build Blink, you think about like the capabilities that Anti-Mage and Sven have a lot more in common than might meet the eye. They both care about having a delivery method to get their damage there. Well, Anti-Mage gets that delivery method automatically with an ability, but Sven builds it. They both worry about a farming method. Well, Sven has that innate ability, but Anti-Mage doesn't. That's why he builds the Battle Fury.
Like strength and finesse, right? That's how I like to look at him. Like Sven just cuts his way through. Anti-Mage
my
weaves
point
his
being
way
that
through.
At the end, you're still looking for all the same things on both of those heroes.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, even down to like, I'm still looking for the cleave of Battle Fury on AM. Which I get automatically on Sven. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Sorry.
And at the end of the day, I'm also going to build damage and survivability on them. Well, I have survivability on Sven, because of his E.
And or Morbid or Dom. Sorry, Dom.
Sure, but the point being,
with Helm of Iron.
yes, but you build different things on AM because to achieve the same ends.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they're automatic on the heroes, and there are things, and it seems very fundamental, and it
seems like you should know it. Like you should just know it already.
Yeah, well, and it seemed, I'm sure there are people out there that I'm saying this to. They're like, yeah, no shit, Cyphus, we fucking get it. Like, you want to farm on a goddamn core. But my point being, you have to really internalize those core similarities and end goals with what your hero has available and what your end game is supposed to be. And Proudland delves into those types of things. Yeah. So I think that's one element that went into you and your climb through the Smurf. And the other is that I think for the first time ever, you were rising and falling a lot in MMR on your main account because you were doing, and we've talked about it here.
Stupid shit.
Yeah, you did stupid shit. You were. I mean, and you acknowledged it and intended to do it, and you had fun doing it.
And my jungle hut when I'd stream, people miss those streams, man. People are like, "Where's the jungle hut? What are you jungling this game?" And I'm like, "Actually, I'm going to not talk to any of you because I'm going to be staring at my monitor."
It's terrible for business.
Yeah,
I'll say. I miss the jungle.
Honestly, in some
respects.
I know I only have 7 games to go, but I'm so fucking disheartened, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had my head in the clouds, and Proud is like, can't wait. He's like, I can't wait until you calibrate, so I don't have to hear about this anymore because it is all I talk about. He's like, so you had a kid, huh? And I was like, yeah. But this calibration's coming soon, man. It's gonna be fucking great. I'm bummed. Yeah. I mean, when I saw that 3150, my heart sank, and I was like, oh man. Like Yasp had me estimated at 4,300. And now,
what does it have yet now?
Still above 4K, like 4130. But I mean, even though I'm winning those games and everything, it's based on the people you play with, Yeah. So what I'm thinking is happening is when I was playing with those 5Ks, I was the low end, they were the high end.
Yeah.
And then the middle, and that's kind of what brought the averages down. I'm sure the averages of most of those games were probably 35 to 4K. When I was playing, like the very high games that I was playing were probably low end, very high. Which is like 3,900.
One of the things that this is all brought into question for you and made you feel differently about, and I'm just still completely up in the air with it. I go back and forth on this every day. I see all previous episodes of .p for that. Trenching.
It exists for sure.
But so do you feel like...
You just have to work harder. I mean, if you go into the mindset of, I'm going to play my fucking heart out every single game to the point where when I'm done with the game, I'm tired. Like I last hit so much and I still lost and that sucks, but I'm not mad. I'm not raging. I'm going to just go into the next one. I'm going to play just as hard. Yeah, you can climb. Maybe not as quickly. I don't know if you can climb 1,000 in 140 games, or I don't know what I've placed at yet. So I was 2,100. I'm right now, the last game I played was an average of 3,350. I don't know if my next game average is going to be 3,250 or if it's going to be 3,350 again, or if it's going to be 22,000. I don't know what the next average of my next calibration game is going to be. I'll keep you guys posted. But I don't think you could do it as fast. I will tell you that being patient in normal games and dealing with the ebbs of going from normal skill to high skill, just doing that alone, if you've always been a normal skill player and getting into high skill, you notice it. You notice people move around. It's fun. It makes Dota a lot more fun. I just don't think you can do it as fast.
Do you think that you will feel confident in... Because one of the things you talked about was feeling confident in teammates to the point where you were willing to support while somebody else carried. Do you think if you calibrate at, say, let's just say at a flat 3,000?
I want to play core. I mean, I wanted to play core every other game. I trust them more than I trust somebody that's, for instance, let's think of Ricky safe lane. I see that all the time. I definitely don't want to support a Ricky safe lane. That just sucks. Like Ricky's built not to be a hard carry. I'm sorry. Like he's not. His kit does not bode well. His kit is like, put Sven and Ricky next to each other. There's very few similarities. They just can't output the same amount of damage. So it just depends. If it's if I'm like supporting a Morphling, if I'm supporting a Sven, if I'm supporting Anti-Mage, Wraith King, if I'm even Spectre, I guess, Medusa, whatever. Yeah, I'll give him a shot for sure. Absolutely. I mean, if they picked it, they want it, there's no compromising, and I have to concede, because you have to concede, you know, or you're going to just lose. And do you want to lose? Probably not. I mean, if you're wanting to win as bad as I've been wanting to win. So, yeah, I'll give him a shot. I mean, I would rather it be me, because that's my strongest position. But,
yeah,
you know, I don't know.
So I'll
still pick support. But only for the uncompromising. You know what I mean? I will always ban Bane, put Sven safe lane. And then when some guy puts Anti-Mage and says, I guess we're doing Anti-Mage Sven, then I will concede and be like, all right, whatever, you know, like,
sure.
Because another big aspect of trenching is getting mad. Don't get mad. I'm going to say very rarely did I get mad at the game. And when I was noticing that I was getting frustrated and mad, that was when I was turning that shit off. Because getting mad at the game is only going to make everybody else have a worse time, make everybody else play worse, and you're already playing bad.
Yeah.
And so if you're that raging type personality, just fucking turn your mic off or something, dude, because you wouldn't believe how quickly you can destroy morale.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I noticed. The GG well played when first blood happens. Dude, it's first fucking blood. Okay, whatever. Like, even in pro games, okay, where it's like, oh my God, how did they do it? First blood, this is insane. No one is so good. And by the way, VP, favorite CS, Russian team.
Are you even saying words?
Yeah, no. What are they? They're region. The region. It's like
Yeah. I'm so.
I'm sorry.
I'm so confused about what how we even ended up here.
I am too. All I'm saying is it's hard.
Have a good time.
To do that. No. I'm struggling.
Have you been playing good Dota when you play Dota?
Yeah, I feel
since the baby.
Yeah, I'm just extremely tired right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it as bad as they say the first few days with the baby? You know, are you up all the time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
are you up all the time?
Yes. It's like I'm up all the time taking care of a sick person is how it feels, and Audrey's up all the time making sure something is being kept alive.
Right.
So my job is to be like, will you go and get me this and do that? And you know, and like, it's like, yeah, I'll get you a Sprite. I'll go like make you food or whatever, bring it to you, you know? So it's basically just, I am the caretaker for Audrey and she's the caretaker for the baby. 'Cause there's really not a ton I can do. The thing eats every 2 hours. It's not a thing. It's a boy.
Me too.
And I can't feed it. So
yeah,
feed him.
I told you I'd get you one of those fake breasts so that you could experience. They say it's so you can bond with your child.
Oh my God. And going into the maternity shops where they're like, you want skin to skin with your baby as a male. And I'm like, good. I'm good with that. I'm not into that holistic bullshit, dude. I bond with it. Like, I hold him and I kiss him on the forehead and tell him he's going to be a great person. And his first album was Father John Misty.
Yeah.
And I tell him he's going to be a great carry player. And that kid, like I've said from the start, like he's going to have such a ridiculously good life. That motherfucker. I look at him like sometimes with like jealousy. Like, you have no idea, kid. You have no idea what Pop went through to get you here, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it's excellent. That's the whole point of having a kid, right? Is to make it better than how you had it. So
yeah, I think that's the goal. I think that's everybody's goal.
And had a kid in wedlock, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm not even religious. I had a kid in wedlock.
Yeah. You did it traditionally.
Yeah. I feel like Audrey's an excellent mom just based on what I've seen. I mean, she just like her eyes just like well up with tears as she looks at him and sings to him. It's the first time I've ever heard Audrey sing. She was always embarrassed to sing in front of me. She has an excellent voice. She should be doing these intros when we do them. And it's like it's kind of it's like I don't know. I'm not an emotional guy.
Yeah.
I'm really not.
Are you getting a little emotional now?
No, it's just it's definitely one of those things when you see your wife just love something so unconditionally that like it's like, wow, like this is real. Like this is not like I'm just, you know, I've always been anti-religious, not anti-religious to the point where I would like tell people, you know, rub my opinions in their face just like I don't want your opinions in mine, but it makes you think that like, you know, whoa, this like whole like human experience maybe has more to it than I thought. I don't know. It's like a weird like
existential
type of thing. Yeah, where you have a kid and you're like, this thing would die without me. You know, that's weird. Like, of course, you know, you get a cat.
Humans make the worst babies.
Yeah.
Like when you think about like in the grand scheme of things with nature, everywhere else, babies good to go in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, like Jonesy,
maybe a few months at worst.
And here he comes. Jonesy, I could let him out into the wild and he'd be good. I mean, he'd get alone on his looks. He'd get by on his looks alone. Somebody would take him in.
He'd have to do some pretty tough things out on the streets, I think.
But I mean, he wouldn't die within like 24 hours. Unless he got hit by a car.
Yeah,
or something
he's pretty
like that.
dumb. I mean, I love the guy.
Rude.
I love the guy.
That's rude. He's smart, huh?
But human babies have no survivability.
No, like
none
he
whatsoever.
can't even fucking hold his head up. You know what I mean? Like he just
GG, easy baby.
Yeah, easy mid for real. But it's just it's a pretty amazing experience. I'll say it's one of those experiences that I truly believe in the statement that moms become mothers when they become pregnant and fathers become fathers when the baby's born. That when you like see that kid, even after the horror show, you look at it and you're like, I love that thing for some reason. And I think it's because I'm biologically like inclined to love it.
Our big thing is making sure that it looks like us, so that we can ensure that it was our seed. That's the
really?
like primal bullshit that's going on.
It's just weird to look at something like, you know, I have to look at your ugly mug for like years, and it's like I have to convince myself, do I love Denny? Do I not? I'm not sure. Are we even recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, it's hard to tell.
We're using new software in the studio, and it's been fucking with us hardcore. We're there. I'm almost to the point where I feel comfortable with everything.
It's just I didn't see like waveforms and
there you go. I zoomed in for you.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
But you're playing good Dota when you do play it.
Yeah, I like for instance, I probably won't play tonight. I'm probably just watch Boston Major just because I need to get my confidence back.
Yeah,
I lost that third game as anti-mage. I wanted to win all 10 because I was thinking, okay, if I'm going up 100 every time I win, starting at 3150 means I'm ending at 4150 with 10 games, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And like I can still do this. And then I lost that game, and I broke out in tears. Now there's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, the baby's so beautiful.
The baby's so beautiful. Where's my MMR?
No,
Yeah,
I'd say it'll probably take me a little bit of time. And when I do calibrate, I am going to do the whole get to 4K. I need to get to 4K.
Cool.
Proud told me I need to be a 4K player.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't. He's like, I'm sick of you being at this MMR, dude. You need to be higher. So
I'm gonna be a noob forever.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
You just need to get your hands off your stick, dude, and start playing Dota.
You know where I'm not a noob?
I don't care. And you still are, I bet.
Yeah.
On the galactic scale of things.
Yeah, it's true.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, we can be done.
I mean, how far in are we?
We're like 50 minutes in.
Okay.
Plus, I gotta go and I gotta drop off a load of gold. So,
what's a load of gold?
Oh, I've been mining some gold. Gotta go drop it off. I'm gonna try to earn another even, couple mil, maybe 6 mil.
Oh my God, you're talking about Elite Dangerous. I was like, wow.
Oh, hey, for those of you who've been, this is non-Dota, sorry folks. For those of you who've been hitting me up about the like new player tips and stuff for Elite, I recorded a little video.
Do people really hit you up?
Yeah, hey, I got. There are elites everywhere. All right, out in the .p community. So I'm gonna do a little video and I'll put it up very soon. There are good resources out there to begin with, but I'll still record something and put it out there. I've got it recorded. I need to get software to edit so I can edit it and make
just
it
log
not
into
look
my
terrible.
XSplit.
Yeah, I will.
XSplit has a video editor built into it.
Yeah, I will.
It's not a good one, but it's enough.
I just need to cut a couple of scenes because there's no point in me posting a video where it's like, so we're gonna jump over to this system, and then you watch me jump to the system for 4 minutes when we could just skip ahead to like, and now I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit of editing just so I can get it up there and have it be kind of short and concise and run everybody through all the basics of getting around in the verse of Elite Dangerous. It's awesome. I'm having a great time.
When was the last time you played Dota, honestly?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, when was the last time you played Dota? For being on a Dota show 4 times last week and 3 times this week.
Do I have to say?
Yeah. I fucking had a kid and went through the most traumatic thing in my life. Same with my wife, and I'm still playing Dota, watching Dota, breathing Dota.
It's been 7 days.
7? I don't believe you. I think you're lying
7.
even then.
No.
Log into your Dota buff.
Oh, it's not on that. I did my Smurf.
Okay, log into your Smurf on your Dota buff.
All right.
I bet it's been longer than 7 days. I was giving you shit about this 7 days ago.
Was it 7 days ago? Oh, man. This is going to be bad, isn't it?
Do
I have to do it on the show?
Yeah, you do.
Can we do it offline so that people don't know? Oh, that one's not it. 11 days ago on my main.
Dude, there's not that many Cypress Hills out there. I think.
Oh, there it is right there. Oh, it's been 11 days.
Yeah. So for doing a Dota 2 podcast, you sure know a lot about Dota 2. Sure.
Dude, I needed a break. That's been the best break I've ever had. I'm having a blast.
No, you found a new game.
No. I'll still come back to Dota. I almost played last night. Rin played. I watched her play.
Your girlfriend is playing Dota 2 and you're not. That's fucking like.
And I sat and basically watched and kind of coached her.
That's fucking lame. You shouldn't coach her. You fucking lost all your skill, dude.
It's all gone.
11
days?
I couldn't imagine not playing in 11 days. I feel
I feel great. It's been a needed step away. Dude, Dota stresses me the fuck out sometimes. It's nice to step away. It is. It's good.
You can't record a Dota podcast.
I just did. I just talked with you about Dota for,
But it's not like you're bringing anything that you didn't bring last week to the table.
What in the patch that has existed since the beginning of time?
Well, I learn a new thing every time I pop on Dota.
I probably do too. I guess I haven't learned. You know what I've learned a lot of new things doing? Recording this Dota 2 podcast with all you fine folks. Things I'm looking
and you're
forward
not
to
even going
implementing.
home to play Dota.
No. I'm not even going to go home and play Elite Dangerous. It's too late. We stayed up way too late tonight.
Yeah, I believe that.
Got to go to work. And then I got to come back and record. Hey, when do I record? When do I play Dota 2 if I want to play any Elite Dangerous?
I'll give you 2 weeks off. I'll give you my paternity leave to go play some fucking Dota.
Yeah.
God, dude.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Go play some goddamn Dota.
With paternity leave.
Really? Like, I faked that I needed a nap and went home to come play Dota.
Yeah, I know.
In the hospital.
And when you told me that, I thought, man, I'm going to play some Elite Dangerous.
I'm dedicated, man. I was like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, babe, this bed is so uncomfortable. I'm going to go home and get like 4 hours. She's like, all right, we'll just drive safe. And I was like, okay. Came here, popped 2 Red Bulls, fucking played 4 games, then went back up to the hospital and was like, I just couldn't fall asleep.
Oh my God.
And hey, that's not a lie. I couldn't. I was playing Dota. How can I fall asleep?
How could you?
So,
well, you'll be enough Dota for both of us.
No. You need to play Dota.
I told Proud this story on the show. I told him about the stern talking to you gave me. I honestly, the stern talking to made me want to play Elite Dangerous all the more.
Just like, and don't get so fucking like uppity about playing Dota. Like, you need to listen to me and authoritative. Just fucking play.
I don't, I try to do my thing. That's all. I'm
so disappointed. I can't believe it's been 11 days, dude.
Yeah. I'll play again. I've taken this long off from Dota before. I'm positive. If you go back through and you can look at my main account, I've had periods where I've had to go. This might be one of the longer ones though. Yeah.
11 fucking days.
What's wrong with 11 days?
Your insight is much... Yeah, I'm looking at your thing. I don't see any blackout dates as long as that, dude. In 2.5 years, you haven't played Dota in this long.
I had a 6-day run.
Hey, when I first learned how to play with my stick, you know what I mean? I probably did that a lot, too.
And our buddy Harry got into it, and it's been fun playing with him down here.
Are you guys flying around together?
Yeah. Yeah, we have been. It's been a blast. It's a good time.
A blast.
Yeah, it has. It's been some of the most fun I've had gaming in a long time. So there are other games other than Dota 2 out there. I can still love Dota 2.
Let's go ahead and replace you for somebody who doesn't like to fly around in space with their hand on a stick, dude.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you're making videos for it too? Like, what are you? You're like a fucking Russian spy. Get out of here, dude.
No.
You're rigging our Dota podcast.
Yeah, that's right. I'm rigging it.
Okay, close
Elite
us out.
Dangerous. If you guys want to find us, we're defenseofthepatience.com.
No, if you want to find us, we're somewhere in the galaxy doing stupid shit, trying to level up our ship so it's stronger with dirty shields.
Just got my Asp Explorer.
I don't care. I was making fun of you.
I start jumping out into deep space.
That's fucking lame. Like, I love space. Like, no one loves space.
It's getting even better.
No one loves space more than me. You like fake space. I like real space.
I love this space. It's awesome.
I like studied space and relativity and modern physics, and you're fucking flying around in a goddamn ship.
Don't get why you don't love that game. It boggles my mind a little bit, actually, that you don't enjoy that game.
Because there's nothing competitive about it.
Yeah, they're definitely competitive. No, well, I guess it's competitive in the sense that you can...
How much credits you can acquire?
No, it's not about competing for credits.
I was talking to Proud, and I said, I'm like, God, it's like a grind like World of Warcraft. And he's like, no, World of Warcraft has better UI. and I was like, yep, exactly.
Oh, no. It's not like that at all.
Yes, it is.
No.
Go get this. Go bring me this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that's World of Warcraft.
There are elements of that. There are also elements of me getting interdicted by people.
Same in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but I get to be a space captain and do it. I would much rather do that than kill boars all fucking day.
It's not boars. It can be a bunch of things.
What a perfect word.
It can be
to describe it all.
I don't even play World of Warcraft. I did for a second there. But no, it can be. It's just the setting, like literally, like it's the same bones. It's just not set in a
the
fantasy
technical.
setting.
No, what I enjoy about it are the technical decision making elements. And I've always enjoyed Flight Simulator, something I know you're not as keen on. The elements that are there, the technical elements of that game, are what make it so rewarding. Like sitting on there the other day with Harry as he was learning to fly that ship and having to struggle with landing and having to struggle with taking off, and then like getting psyched about like, okay, I'm gonna run passengers. That's what I'm gonna do, is what Harry finally decided. And just like watching somebody get to like relearn or run through it again just reminded me all the more like what I love about this game. That it's difficult to do. That it's difficult to, mechanically and technically land your ship and follow protocol. And
we're okay.
And develop power schematics.
Let's not even talk about the difficulty of playing Dota then, because landing a goddamn ship, and the biggest thing that can happen is a fine of your credits if you hit something. Whereas in Dota,
it's still a game at the end of the day.
It's lame, dude. That's all I have to say. I knew it was coming on. It's fucking lame. It really is, and I'll stand by that.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. It's okay. You don't have to like it. We're gonna like different things. I sat here and watched you go through the Warcraft phase again.
I still played Dota.
Yeah. Hey, I'm still playing Dota. I'm gonna play Dota
as
again.
of 11 days ago.
As of 11 days ago. Yes, that's not that long.
I wasn't a father 11 days ago.
I know. Things change, and how fast they change.
No. Like 11 days ago, she was still ways away from giving birth.
Oh my God!
Like she was
at @p_show on Twitter. That's where you can find us as well.
I'm glad I'm publicly shaming you.
Getting publicly shamed for Elite Dangerous? No, thank you.
Yeah, it's a lame game.
No, it's a great game.
And you're gonna go haul gold.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit there on your ship when it's in autopilot.
No, not autopilot.
Yes, it is. The only time you got to slow it down so you don't overpass the planet. Like that, literally. Are you like weaving through asteroid fields? No.
Yeah. When you're mining, you are.
Okay. Well, you're not mining, are you? You're transferring gold.
Yeah. Now I'm going through the very routine process of taking the gold somewhere to sell it. Yeah. Yeah. Like how in World of Warcraft, everybody goes through the very routine process of walking the quest back or hitting fast travel to go somewhere. It's not that tedious. It's worth it. It's a good time.
It's just like all those credits don't mean shit.
And I've been going into dogfighting more. Oh man, and that's a blast. Getting into the fights, getting into the combat element.
Like
that's
it just makes me mad. Like wasted potential.
Yeah, that's what I see it. I see it. I feel it.
And it's like you were one of the only people I liked playing Dota with.
Oh yeah, we haven't played Dota together in forever.
I know. I need in 7 more games. I'm down to play as much Dota as you want.
Yeah, I'm all about it. you've been doing your thing. I'm gonna do my thing. Take a little break. Come back.
I've been doing my thing in Dota.
Yeah, in Dota, and that's what we're talking about.
You're a poser, dude.
I'm a poser. I'm a poser.
You're a poser. You're a hack.
I'm a hack and a poser.
Yeah.
If you want to follow this group of hacks and posers, we're on Twitter.
It's not a group.
Show. On iTunes, search Defense of the Patients. Leave us a review. Tell us how we're the worst Dota podcast in the world because
we're not. Some 20% of us actually play.
Of us don't play Dota for 11 days.
That's ridiculous, dude. You'd be kicked from any team. You'd be kicked from an amateur team.
Yeah, sure.
You're kicked from any amateur team that ever form in the future.
Okay, thank you. Can I get that in writing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll send it to you through fucking speed of light travel in messages.
Let's see.
And it's
what
not
else
even physically correct, dude. It's fucking lame.
Yeah, no, it's...
The second I saw I was going over C, I was like, this is lame.
That it was going over C?
Going over the speed of light.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
I would like for there to be at least an explanation,
like,
we've found our thrusters can bend a hole and
well, maybe there is an explanation. We never looked for it.
It should be. I mean, for if you're going after the science nerds to play a game, don't you dare fly over sea. Don't you dare. You can't even fly at sea. You can come very, very close to sea, but you can't go at the speed of light. You can go very close to the speed of light. It's just lame. It just goes against all my conventional wisdom.
Email us at defenseofthepatients@gmail.com if you want to ask questions about Dota for the Tuesday Q&A show, or if you just want to hit us up about anything else. We love reading your emails.
And go ahead and write an email out about Elite Dangerous, then just delete it. And there you go.
Yeah. Hey, people are enjoying it.
If I see an Elite Dangerous email come through to Defense of the Patients, I'm deleting it.
Oh my god.
I am.
Yeah. I'll go through the deleted folder and find it.
I'll delete it from there too.
Oh my god.
I'll fucking remove all traces of it. Don't you fucking dare send your elite garbage to our well established Dota 2 podcast email address.
Yeah, tweet it at us.
Tweet it at us, I'll fucking delete that too.
You can't delete it. You can't delete somebody else's tweet.
I'll block you.
Yeah, so do all that, folks. Patreon.com/Defense of the Patients. You can donate to the show. $20 get you a replay review. I think we've made contact with everybody about those, and November is like either done or almost completely done. So you'll see those coming up in the next couple of days. And then we'll get started on the next round for next month. Am I missing anything? Anything important?
Yeah, playing Dota.
Oh, yeah. How do I do that? Until next time, this is Cyphus for Roland. Commander Cyphus for Papa Roland.
I'm fucking ashamed. I'm serious.
Saying good luck and Godspeed.
Fucking ashamed.